Hello, hello, my dear students of class 7. Here today, myself, Sudhir Prasad Roy, DAV Public MTPS County, Muzaffarpur. Today, I am going to solve the problems of your exercise, that is brain teachers. Problems of brain teachers. This is the brain teacher of your second chapter, that is of rational numbers. Almost all the problems we will discuss with some of the problems. Question number B. Its first question is, write all rational numbers whose absolute value is 5 by 9. Write all rational numbers whose absolute value is 5 by 6. B, question number 1. Okay, write all the rational numbers whose absolute value is 5 by 9, 6. So here solution, we know the absolute value of any number, if it is positive, then its absolute value is positive. And if the number is negative, then also its absolute value is positive. So we are going to have two numbers, that is 5 by 6, positive 5 by 6, and its absolute value will be 5 by 6. If it is minus 5 by 6, then also its value is minus of minus 5 by 6, and it is equal to 5 by 6. So here we are going to have two numbers. The answer is 5 by 6 and minus 5 by 6. Okay. Now let us see the next question. The next question is, find the reciprocal of a number 4 by 5 into 3 by minus 8. Find the reciprocal of find the reciprocal of 3 by 4 into 4 by 5 into minus 3 by 8. 4 by 5 into 3 by minus 8. Okay, solution. See the question. Reciprocal of 4 by 5 into 3 by minus 8. Okay, so 4 by 5 into 3 by minus 8. 3 by minus 8. Okay, you can write it by 12 by minus 40. 12 by minus 40, and it will be cancelled. 4 3 are 12 and 4 10 are 40. So we are having 3 by minus 10, and this is not in a standard form, so we'll convert into a standard form, and it will become 3 by minus 3 by 10. Sorry, 3 by 10 minus 3 by 10. Now reciprocal of minus 3 by 10, it will be reciprocal of minus 3 by 10 is equal to minus 3 by 10 to the power minus 1. Recall, it was already explained to you the reciprocal of minus 3 by 10 is equal to 3 minus 3 by 10 to the power minus 1, and this will give you minus 3 by 10 to the power minus 1 बराबर 1 upon minus 3 by 10, and this will give you 10 by minus 3. Okay, again we will multiply it by minus 1 into minus 1, and we will get minus 10 by 3. So the reciprocal of 4 by 5 into 3 by minus 8, 4 3 are 12 by minus 40, we have divided it, and it is equal to 3 into minus 3 by minus 10, we have converted into a standard form, and we are getting minus 3 by 10. Now reciprocal of minus 3 by 10 is equal to minus 3 by 10 whole to the power minus 1, and this will become 1 upon minus 3 by 10, that is minus 1 by minus 3 by 10, that is 10 by minus 3, that literally converted as minus 10 by 3. Okay, the next question of the same question is, what should be added to minus 5 by 11? The next question, number 3, what should be added to minus 5 by 11 to get 26 by 33? Minus 5 by 11 to get 26 by 33. What should be added to minus 5 by 11 to get 26 by 33? Let us see this question. Question is asking, what should be added to minus 5 by 11 to get 26 by 33? Okay, so here minus 5 बटे 11 में कितना जोड़ेंगे कि 26 बटे 33 होगा. Okay, so let us have the solution. Let us add x to minus 5 by 11 to get 26 by 33. So according to question, this implies that minus 5 by 11 plus x is equal to 26 by 33. Okay, now what we will do, we will transpose by the method of transposition. Minus 5 by 11 will be shifted towards right side, and so x will be equal to 26 by 33 plus 5 by 11. I think you are aware of the method of transposition. X, we have to find the value of x, so we will transpose the numbers other than x to one side. So here minus 5 by 11 is there. If it is transposed to right side, it will to right side, yes, it will become minus 5 by 11 will be converted into plus 5 by 11. Now let us have the LCM 33 and 11. You know the LCM will be 33. If you have any confusion, this 33 is the multiple of 11. You have studied in class 6 that if two numbers are multiple of one another, then the greater of the two is the LCM. Just like we see the numbers are 5 and 10, then what is the LCM of both? Here 10 is the multiple of 5. If you have forgotten, listen this thing and remember in your mind that here the 5 and 10 two numbers are there. 10 is the multiple of 5. Therefore, The greater of the two is 10, so 10 will be the LCM. Similarly, here you may observe 11 and 33. 33 the multiple of 11, 11 1 the 11, 11 2 the 22, 11 3 the 33. Therefore, 33 is the LCM. Well, so now we will divide 33 by 31. 33 you will get 1, it is 26. And 11 3 the 31, it is 33, that is 3 into 5 is equal to 15. So the number is 41 by 33. And so this is your answer. No problem. The next question is subtract 6 whole 2 by 3. The next question is, it's very simple. I don't think you will have any problem understanding this question. So let us have another question. All the questions of different types. So I will have to explain all the questions of this type of question, and later on we will move to some other questions. Let us see. The another question is subtract 6 whole 2 by 3 from the sum of subtract 6 whole 2 by 3 from the sum of minus 3 by 7 and 2. Minus 3 by 7 and let us have the solution. Subtract 6 whole 2 by 3 from the sum of minus 3 by 7 and 2. क्या कह रहा है क्वेश्चन? घटाओ 6 whole 2 by 3 को sum of minus 3 by 7 and 2. माइनस 3 by 7 और 2 के सम यानी दोनों को जोड़ने के बाद जो मिलेगा उसमें से हमको 6 whole 2 by 3 को माइनस करना है, सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है. So the sum, first of all we'll find the sum of minus 3 by 7 and 2 बराबर क्या हो जाएगा? minus 3 by 7 plus 2, or you can also write 2 minus 3 by 7, and this will give you LCM will be 7. Here we may write 2 by 1. 7 divided by 1 बराबर 7. 7 into 2 is equal to 14. Minus 7 divided by 7 1. 1 into 3 minus 3. Therefore it is 11 by 7. Okay. Now what is the next question? Next part of the question is that subtract 6 whole 2 by 3 from 11 by 7. Now the difference is equal to 11 by 7 minus 6 whole 2 by 3. That is 11 by 7 minus 20 by 3. Now again we will find LCM 7 3, and here also if the two co-prime numbers are there, means there is no number common between the two given numbers, 7 except 1. 7 and 3 are co-prime numbers. Just like 2 and 4 are not, they are not co-prime numbers because their LCF is 2. Here 7 and 3 are co-prime numbers, so their LCM becomes their product. It is 21. Okay, 7 3 and 3 11 are 33 minus 3 7 are 140. 3 7 are 21, and 7 into 20 it is minus 140. So what do we have lastly? 33 minus 140. So it is yes 107 by 21. If you convert it, it will become 21 5 the 105 upon 2 by 20. The difference is equal to 11 by 7 because the sum of the numbers minus 3 by 7 and 2 minus 3 by 7 2 is 11 by 7. Now difference from 11 7 we have to subtract 6 or 2 by 3. That is 11 by 7 minus 20 by 3, and so LCM is 21, and in this way this is your answer. Okay, now let us switch over to next question. That is the same question. Find the value of 1 whole 1 by 1 plus 6. Find the value of 1 upon 1 plus 1 by 6. 1 plus 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1 by 6. Okay, this is very interesting question. 1 whole 1 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1 by 6. Let us see solution. We will start doing this question from the down. So here we have 1 plus 1 by. Let us take the LCM of 6 and 1. 6 1 are LCM here 6 1 6 plus 6 divided by 1 1, and so this will give you 1 plus 1 upon 7 by 6, and this will give you 1 plus 1 upon 7 by 6. This what will be its answer? 1 plus 1 by 7 by 6, it will become 1 plus 6 by 7, and this will again give you 7 LCM 7 plus 1 plus 6 by 7, LCM 1 and 7 7 divided by 1 7 into 1 7 6 7 divided by 7 1 into 6. So we are going to have as equal to 13 by 7, and it is equal to 1 whole 6 by 7 answer. So here we have explained most of the questions, all the questions of your question number B. Now let us come to question number 2. One question is very important of this question. The question is state whether the following statements are true or false. If false, justify your answer with an example. let us see. The question is, state whether the following statements are true or false. State whether the given statements are true or false. If false, justify answer with if false. Justify your answer with example. With an example. See, state whether the given statements are true or false. If false, justify your answer with an example. See the question number 1. Question number 1 is, if mod x बराबर 0, then x has no reciprocal. If mod x is equal to 0, then x has no reciprocal. Answer. Mod x is equal to 0. Absolute value of x is equal to 0. We know there is only number whose absolute value is 0, and that is 0. Mod x बराबर 0, it means x is equal to 0. Okay? Mod x is equal to 0, this implies that x is equal to 0. And as x is equal to 0, then reciprocal of x, reciprocal of 0 does not exist. We know that the reciprocal of 0 does not exist. Does not exist. Hence, 0 x doesn't have any, so the reciprocal, so x has no reciprocal. The statement is true. Therefore, we know that the reciprocal of the 0 does not exist. That is, the reciprocal of x does not have, so x has no reciprocal. x mod of x is equal to 0, इसका मतलब हुआ कि x क्या है, 0 के बराबर है, क्योंकि 0 का रेसिप्रोकल 0 ही होता है और 0 का एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू 0 ही होता है. तो जब x बराबर 0 हो गया तो 0 का रेसिप्रोकल नहीं होता है. हम लोग जानते हैं कि 0 डजंट हैव एनी रेसिप्रोकल. तो जब रेसिप्रोकल 0 का नहीं हुआ तो x का रेसिप्रोकल नहीं होगा, एंड इसलिए ये स्टेटमेंट क्या है, हेंस द स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू. Okay, now let us see B. Its second question. If x is less than y, then mod x is less than mod y. Then Let us see, if x is less than y, then mod x is less than y. Now let us see this question. If x is less than y, then mod of x is less than mod y. Let us see, if x and y, there are two conditions. There are two conditions over here. When first condition is x is positive and y is positive. If x is positive and y is positive, when x and y both are positive, then definitely x and y both are positive, then definitely mod x will be less than mod y. How? Suppose x is less than 2 and y is less than 3. Suppose x is less than 3, x is 3 and y is, x is 3 and y is 4. Then मान लिया जाए कि x 3 है और y 4 है. x is 3 and y is 4. तो y x से बड़ा है, दोनों पॉजिटिव है, x भी पॉजिटिव 3 and y भी पॉजिटिव 4. तो y क्या है, x से बड़ा है. तो जब पॉजिटिव है तो उसका मॉड क्या होगा, उसका एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू क्या होगा, पॉजिटिव ही होगा. तो x बराबर 3 ही होगा और y बराबर 4 ही होगा. तो इसका पॉजिटिव, ये x 3 ही होगा और y भी 3 ही होगा, 4 होगा. यहाँ पर 4 माना है तो y भी 4 होगा और तब ये y 3 से बड़ा होगा. यानी एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू ऑफ y विल बी ग्रेटर देन एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू ऑफ x, एंड देन दिस स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू. ऑल ऑफ अंडरस्टूड. जब फिर से एक बार समझेंगे कि x और है, x और y लेट समझा देते हैं. लेट x बराबर 3 and y is equal to 4. So here x is less than y. Okay, x is equal to 3, y is equal to 4, then x is less than y. Now mod x is equal to 3, mod x is equal to mod 3 and it's equal to 3, and mod y is equal to mod 4 and it is equal to 4. Then also what do we say, what do we see here? Also the value of mod x, absolute value of x is 3 and absolute value of y is 4, and here also what we say, if 4 is greater than 3, therefore mod y is greater than mod x. So therefore the statement is true. True. But when there are two conditions, it is case 1. Case 1 when x and y both are positive. This is case 1. पॉजिटिव. जब केस 1 लेते हैं तो ये स्टेटमेंट हमको ट्रू महसूस होता है. लेकिन हम अब केस 2 लेते हैं. लेट अस टेक केस 2. केस 2, let us take case 2. Let us take case 2. Case 2, when x and y are negative. Minus v means negative. Minus v means negative. When x and y are negative, जब x और y दोनों नेगेटिव हो, तो आप जानते हैं x और y जब नेगेटिव होगा तो लेट x is equal to -5 and y is equal to -3. X is equal to -5 and y is equal to -3. Only then y will be greater than x. y x is equal to -5 and y is equal to -3. तो यहां पर क्या देख रहे हैं, here x is y is greater than x, then let x is equal to -5 and y is equal to -3, then x is less than y, क्योंकि निगेटिव टर्म, अगर दो निगेटिव टर्म हो तो जिसका न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू कम होता है वह नंबर, जिस नंबर का न्यूमेरिकल वैल्यू ज्यादा होता है उससे बड़ा होता है। जैसे -1 और -2 कौन बड़ा है, -1 बड़ा है। -5 -6 कौन बड़ा है, -5 बड़ा है। उसी प्रकार हमने लिया x बराबर -5, y बराबर -3 लिया, तो कौन बड़ा हो गया, y बड़ा हो गया और x छोटा हो गया। ठीक है। Now let us have absolute value of x is equal to, let us take absolute value of x, it will be absolute value of -5, and you know it is minus of -5 and it is equal to +5. Okay, now again take absolute value of y. Let us take another case, absolute value of y. Here what do you observe? Here what do you observe? Here x was less and x was less, y was greater. X was smaller, y was greater. But what about the absolute value of x and y? What do you see over here? Here the absolute value of x is +5 and absolute value of y is +3. Now which of the two is greater? You can see by yourself. The absolute value of x is greater than the absolute value of y. So the picture is quite clear here. 5 is here, 3 is less than 5. This implies that absolute value of x is greater than absolute value of y. But what was the statement? What statement was that y is absolute value of y, absolute value of y was greater than absolute value of x. This was the statement, original statement. You will see the question. But in that case, the original statement was that absolute value of y is greater than absolute value of x. But what we have found here? Here we have found that the absolute value of x is greater than absolute value of y. This leads to contradiction. And hence, the statement, whatever the statement was given, was wrong. So it is, therefore, the statement is false. So when we assume positive, it is true, and when we assume the values of x and y negative, the statement becomes false, the answer becomes false. So lastly we will say that the given statement is false. एक का आधा कह रहा है ट्रू होगा, दूसरा पार्ट कह रहा है फॉल्स होगा। फॉल्स तो हो गया ना, फॉल्स तो हो गया, इसलिए we will say that the given statement is absolutely false. Now the next part is, if x is less than y, then inverse of x is less than inverse of y. So I think you'd have understood this thing. Okay. Case 2, when x and y are negative. Case first was that x and y are positive, and here we have taken x and y are negative. Then let x is equal to -5, y is equal to -3. Then x becomes less than y. Now we have find the absolute value of x, it is plus 5, and absolute value of y, it is plus 3. And what you observe, the absolute value of x becomes greater than the absolute value of y. Here 3 is less than 5. तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि यहाँ पर उल्टा हो गया, वो कह रहा है कि y बड़ा होगा, एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू ऑफ y बड़ा होगा एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू ऑफ x से, लेकिन यहाँ पर क्या आ रहा है हमको, एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू ऑफ x एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू ऑफ y से बड़ा होगा, इसलिए यह पहले स्टेटमेंट का उल्टा हो गया, तो सो द गिवन स्टेटमेंट इज टोटली फॉल्स, राइट. Now let us see the next part of this question. I think this question needs to be explained very well before our students, because in the course of my teaching experience I have found most of the students are not going to understand this question very clearly. That's why I have decided to make your points quite clear by assuming the positive and negative values of x and y both. Here the question is, if x is less than y, the another question of the same is, if x is less than y, then inverse of x is less than inverse of y or reciprocal of y. See this statement. X is less than y. Let x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5. So what do you observe? X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 5. So here x is less than y. Any problem? X is less than y. Now let us have inverse of x is equal to inverse of 2 is equal to 1 by 2. You know the reciprocal of 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. Similarly, inverse of y, that is inverse of 5 or reciprocal of 5, that is 1 by 5. Now what do you observe? Which of the two is greater? 1 by 2 and 1 by 5. Which of the two is greater? 1 by 2 or 1 by 5? You need not get confused. This is one part, whole one part is divided into two equal parts. And this is one whole part is divided into 5 equal parts. मान लें एक रुपया है ना, 100 पैसा है, उसमें हमने 2 से भाग दिया, 2 पार्ट में बराबर पार्ट में बांटा, तो 50-50 पैसे हुए, डेफिनेटली नो प्रॉब्लम. या 100 रुपया है, 1 whole is equal to 100 रुपया, 100 rupees. It is divided into two equal parts. You are having 50 rupees each. Now the same rupees 100 is divided into 5 equal parts. How much you are going to get? You are going to get each equal part equal to rupees 20. So which of two is greater? You can understand. It is very clear that 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 5. So here this implies that since 1 by 2 is greater than 1 by 5, this implies that x inverse is greater than inverse of y. X inverse of x is greater than inverse of y, but what the question says, x inverse is less than y inverse. But what do we have? X inverse is greater than y inverse. ये बड़ा है और ये छोटा है. क्वेश्चन में कहा रहा है कि ये छोटा होगा और ये बड़ा होगा, यानी इनवर्स ऑफ x will be less than इनवर्स ऑफ y. बट हमने जो एज्यूम करके आगे बढ़ाया क्वेश्चन को, उसमें हमने देखा कि इनवर्स ऑफ x is greater than इनवर्स ऑफ y. Therefore this statement is also false. Therefore the answer is false. I think all of you understood. So hence our dear students, so now I am going to end my lecture today. We will meet again tomorrow with new lecture in which we will explain the other questions very well. Till then, thank you and have a nice day.